Welcome back to season 4 of Changing with the Tides, a whole new season. Can you guys believe it? Because I sure can't. I'm so blessed and honored to be able to get to do another season with you guys. I hope you enjoy these videos. But anywho, in today's video, we're going to be talking about this summer, what it looked like for me, what it looked like for you, the highlights, the downfalls, the things like that. And I'm going to touch on what we talked about last season. And I'm also going to talk about what this season's going to look like. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day.
Welcome back, you guys. Tell me all about your summer. I want to hear everything. So comment down below what your highlights were, what your downfalls were, what you struggled with, what you didn't struggle with, whether you went to the beach or vacation to like Alaska or something. Just tell me everything. I want to hear all about it in the comments. I love interacting with you guys. So now on to my summer and what the three highlights. I say the 3 highlights because really I can't narrow it down to just one. But like my 3 highlights my summer were in the beginning of June, my mom, sister, and I went on a very last minute trip to Disney World. And like it was a lot of fun. It was very hot and a lot of people, but overall we had a blast and it was totally such a much needed girls trip. And then the second one is that in the beginning of August, I went to Pittsburgh and it was so much fun because it was for Camp Footprint. It was mostly virtual with sort of a hybrid model. Now I know you guys know what Camp Footprint is because I know for a fact I've talked about it on here before. And honestly, Camp Footprint is just such, like, it's my getaway and it's like my home away from home and like my second family. And I love every single person that I get to do it with. And this year it was extra special because, like I said, we were in Pittsburgh, but only like 16 to 20 of us were in Pittsburgh. There weren't a whole lot of us. And the reason for that was because we were on like sort of like the planning committee and we like planned the back end of camp and like what camp was going to look like and what the 2021 virtual experience would look like and things like that. So we got the honor to go to Pittsburgh and do camp from this really nice hotel and just this great conference room and the greatest staff at the hotel. And honestly, it was just so nice to be with my second family and get to see them and hug them because it had been, wow, probably 2 years since I had seen them. So that was the second great thing of my highlight of my summer, I should say. And then the third one is the fact that my brother got to come home. And honestly, my sister and I hadn't seen him in such a long time. Like, he left for school in January, and then Maddie, my sister, and I didn't see him again until he came home from basic in August. I think it was like August 13th or 14th. So it was just so nice to get to see him and get to hug him and hang out with him and do little things here and there. Honestly, he wasn't home very long. He was literally only home for like less than a week, but it was just so nice to get to spend the time we did with him. So let's reverse a little bit to the end of last season when we were talking about the Beatitudes and like what each one was and how we could live it out and things like that. Going through the Beatitudes and kind of relearning each one, getting to figure out what each one means and how we can live it out and things like that really refreshed my memory and like gave me something to like focus my energy on, and it was really fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. So moving on to what this season's gonna look like. I'm very excited because somehow recently, actually I know who it was with. It was with Mike Walsh. We talked about how in the Catholic faith we're pretty good at making lists of things. So going with the list theme, I decided to do this season the 10 commandments and kind of reflect on each one and what each one means and things like that. Now, because some of them are similar, some of them may be grouped together and maybe a longer video, maybe a shorter video, whatever it may be. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, so that's going to be this season with the 10 commandments. And like I said, I hope you guys really enjoy it. I'm kind of just going to reflect on each one and like figure out ways we can live each one out and work them into our everyday lives and things like that. So that's that. Now I'm going to read the 10 commandments. This part's going to be funny because, I mean, at one point in time I knew the 10 commandments by hand and like could like mouth each one off to you, but I don't know that I'm like that anymore. I've kind of forgotten a couple of them, but that's okay. That's what we have Google and like school and what CCD and things like that for. So now I'm going to read you the 10 Commandments and then the golden rule too. So here we go. The first one, I am the Lord your God. Thou shalt not have strange gods before me. Number 2, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord's name in vain. Number 3, remember to keep holy the Lord's day. So what does that mean? Obviously, go to church if you can, reflect, rest if you're struggling. Obviously, I'm going to get into more detail, but that's the gist of that one. Number 4, honor thy father and thy mother. Number 5, thou shalt not kill. Number 6, thou shalt not commit adultery. Number 7, thou shalt not steal. Number 8, thou shalt not bear false witnesses against my neighbor. Number 9, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. And number 10, thou shalt not covet my neighbor's goods. So the golden rule, which is obviously the last commandment, and honestly in my mind most important, I try very hard to work into my everyday life and just things like that. And the golden rule is treat others the way you would want to be treated. It goes into much more detail than that, but that's pretty much the gist of it. And like I said, I try to work it into my everyday life, whether I'm with my family, whether I'm out in public, whether I'm hanging out with friends, whoever I'm with. I try very hard to keep what they want and to keep their thoughts and things like that in my head, and like think of what they would want and then try to like just go off of that. So I'm obviously gonna try really hard gonna not get into much detail with this right now because that's for a video for another day. But that is that, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.
It's my lucky day.